What is up, hooligans? And happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. Now, I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. We're going to read through the schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you hooligans are doing today. Then, of course, we will be getting things started. We'll be starting off with a video titled South Korean fighter jet accidentally drops bombs on homes. They dropped 8 bombs in civilian areas over in South Korea. That's quite the mishap. I don't know. I think the whole world forgot how to fly planes. Then we got a video titled, this is from yesterday. We covered a little bit of JD Vance at the border. This is another part of that. It's titled, VP JD Vance asked point blank if the U.S. military would be used to strike cartels in Mexico. Like I said yesterday, when we covered JD Vance speaking, when the press spoke, you couldn't hear it in the video that I had. In this one, you can actually hear the press, so I figured we might as well throw that on the schedule. Then we got a video titled, Elon Musk says Postal Service and Amtrak should be privatized. They're talking about merging these different parts of government and whatnot while they're cutting waste and all of that. Then we got kind of a follow-up video. It's titled, Representative Al Green faces censure vote after protest at Trump's speech. We covered the speech live, so that's what kind of makes this a follow-up. I got like cat hair in my nose or something. Jesus loves us. Anyways, then we got a video titled Squad Member, I don't know how you say her name, Ayanna, I think it's Ayanna. That's what we're going with until I get corrected. Ayanna Presley melts down during Sanctuary City hearing. We covered a little bit of the Sanctuary City hearing yesterday, but I figured this was too good to pass up, added it to the schedule. Then we got a video titled Adidas terminates business relationship with Ye. Kanye West is losing his marbles again, and Adidas, I swear, already said that they were going to cut ways with him, but they didn't do it until right now. And he's walking around with a swastika in his t-shirt, so, I mean, I guess Kanye's losing his marbles. Then we got a video titled U.S. cuts intelligence for the Ukraine. They don't talk about it in this video, but President Trump is also revoking legal status for 240,000 Ukrainians who fled to the U.S. when the war started. So I wonder if that's going to be a part of the mass deportation or what's going to happen with that. I couldn't find a solid video on that. I just see a lot of people kind of mention it and then go on to other things. Then we got a video titled EPA head Zeldin uncovers Dem climate slush fund. They found $378 billion of misused money, but no one's being arrested, just kind of like everything else. Then we got a Scott Presler video that is titled Is New Jersey the new swing state? Scott Presler is pretty confident that he can make New Jersey red. He looks like a liberal, but he walks like a patriot. Then we got a video titled, Man in Florida Arrested for Threatening to Assassinate the President. This guy is just an idiot. He called 911, talked a bunch of shit until they went and arrested him, but hey, you know, he signed up for it. Then we got a video titled, Trump drafting EO abolishes Department of Education. This isn't an EO that's signed yet. It's more or less that they're talking about it. Then we have... where does this begin? President Trump signs an executive order suspending the security clearances for employees at Perkins Coie. Now, there's lives running right now on YouTube trying to say that President Trump is live, and they're showing this video that I've had on the schedule for an hour. I wish the White House would stop giving influencers all the announcements from the White House. That shit is not working. It is not working. Like I'm saying, the lives that are running with President Trump right now are fake. That shit is not live. And their official channel showing it, but this stuff has been on X for over an hour. Since like 3 o'clock, for an hour and a half, this stuff's already been out, but only on X. And that's not right. And so they need to do something about that. But anyways, that's why we're not covering that right now. The last little bit of the news is titled, DJ Daniel is becoming a superstar. Then we got then we will be going on to open a day's door from the advent calendar that was sent to us by Josh 1776. Then we got a feel-good video of the day titled A Message from the President of the United States. And then our official funny video of the day is titled Morris the Cat is Not Playing Games. All of that's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see how you hooligans are doing today. What is up, everyone over on jeffmaclive.com? What's up, Hair Juicer? What's up, Zero? What's up, Snooks? What's up, U-Hill? What's up, Guessum J? What's up, Matt Rogers? What's up, Tin Man? What's up, Jay Spray? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being on the website. And what is up, everyone over on Rumble? Snooks, you were first today. Now I appreciate you racing to the chat, Snooks. and everything you do for all of us Nooks, of course. What's up, Free Thinking Texan? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Ghostly? What's up, Appeal to Heaven? What's up, Pumpkin? What's up, Puff and Stuff? Let's see here. Happy freedom, you hooligans. What's up, Zupia? What's up, Mr. Satan? What's up, Dudden? What's up, H-Big? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Tree Herder? Appreciate you being here with us. Let me see. Scrolling through. You guys are waiting on me. What's up, Tony Rez? Happy freedom to you. What's up, MU? Appreciate you sliding through. You hooligans are welcome to hit that like button. See if you can get us on the front page. And what is up, everyone over on Kicks? Nooks, I think it's just me and you over here. And what is up, everyone over on Twitch? Tony Rich, appreciate you being here. And what is up, everyone over on the communism platform? Matt Rogers, you were first over here. Oh, let's see. What's up, my fart? Happy freedom to you. What's up, proud patriot? Proud patriot girly. Happy freedom to you. What's up, tainted muffin? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Agent O? What's up, Thomas? What's up, Vinny C? Happy freedom. Guess him, Jay. You're omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Scott Johnson? What's up, Sassy Patriot? What's up, Patriot Roy? Happy freedom to you. Guess I'm getting some sunglasses? Got to. And what is up, everyone over on X? Is this rolling? Yeah, it's rolling. What is your name? Oh, Ghostly. That's quite the name over there. Either way, happy freedom to you. Thank you for watching over on X. All right, hooligans, let's get into things because we got a plethora of news today. Like I said, we're going to be starting off with this video titled South Korean Fighter Jet Accidentally Drops Bombs on Homes. This is out in South Korea. It's a strange event happening. But before we get into this, I want to remind you hooligans really quick that we have these epic winning t-shirts. Now this design was it was created by Alistair, and Alistair is a badass in just about everything he does. So I will be posting his link in the chats for you hooligans to have the opportunity to hire him for your creative needs, because if you think it, he can create it. Now this design does come in shirts for men, shirts for women, tank tops for men, tank tops for women, pullover hoodies, zipper hoodies, coffee mugs, stickers, dog tags, and we even made tumblers out of this design. Today I got on the spooky green hooligan badge. We got lots of items and lots of designs over on the merch store. I'll be dropping all the links in the chats while we're watching this first video.
South Korean fighter jets accidentally dropped 8 bombs on a civilian district during military exercises in Pocheon on Thursday. The incident injured 15 people, including 2 seriously, and damaged houses, the Air Force and Fire Agency said. A pilot entered incorrect coordinates, causing the accident. A military official who declined to be identified said. The 2 jets dropped 4 bombs each, all of which detonated, he added. Pocheon is about 25 miles northeast of Seoul, near the heavily militarized North Korean border. Residents have long protested the disturbance and danger from nearby training grounds. Pocheon Mayor Park Young-yeon urged the government and military to prevent further civilian damage. Authorities will suspend live-fire exercises until there is a clear understanding of what went wrong. However, the incident will not affect major South Korean U.S. military drills starting Monday, the military official added. The Freedom Shield drills, running from March 10 to 20, aim to boost alliance readiness against North Korea, the Seoul Joint Chiefs of Staff said before the accident.
Well, that is quite the accident. I don't know. South Korea, normally we don't cover a bunch of news outside of the country, but I thought that was very strange. How do you not know that you're dropping bombs in a civilian area? You're dropping them on your own country. How would you not know that? I don't know. Just imagine if that happened here, if our military just accidentally dropped 8 bombs on a house in Florida or something like that. That would be crazy. That would be super crazy. And so I just figured I'd add it to the schedule because it's such a crazy incident there. Is that common? Is that a common thing? I mean, in Iraq and Afghanistan, I would assume that's common. But in places that are not like that, I would assume this is a rare incident. Next up, we have, it's kind of a follow-up video. It's from yesterday. It's Vice President J.D. Vance asked point blank if the U.S. military would be used to strike cartels in Mexico because the cartels are labeled as terrorists now. And so they were asking that question. Now, like I said earlier, we covered quite a bit of JD's speech from yesterday right after he was at the border. But when it came time to asking questions, you couldn't hear the reporters. Not in the videos that I was seeing. You couldn't hear the reporters at all. So we didn't show that part. But in this video, they are highlighting the reporter. you can hear them clearly ask this, and then JD Vance's response is quite interesting. So either way, that's what's coming up next. But first, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about South Korean fighter jets accidentally bombing their own country. Whatever you say, Snooks. What's up, Hair Juicer? Happy freedom to you. Hair Juicer, bro, those are houses. Orders are orders. Yeah, Hair Juicer. So it sounds like, I don't know how you wouldn't know that you're like what were they supposed to do? That's what I would like to know. What was the original mission? What were they supposed to be doing? And they were like, hey, there's a house over there. They're like, yeah, don't worry about that. Don't you worry about that. Zero, not an accident. I mean, it seems like it would be a really stupid accident. So, and that's what I'm saying. Like, what were they actually supposed to do? Because that would kind of put this situation in context. What's up, Appeal to Heaven? Why implicate Florida? Pick Connecticut. I don't know where Connecticut is. I know where Florida is. I don't know where Connecticut is. My bad. My bad. What's up, DCat? Happy freedom to you. The United States dropped a nuclear weapon into the swamps south of Georgia and still haven't found it. I'm just saying it happens. I guess. I've never heard of that. I didn't realize. What's up, AR-16? Happy freedom to you. Free Thinker Texan, I thought only America did dumb shit like this. Yeah, and that's what I worry about, because I feel like if this did happen, they wouldn't even terminate the pilot that did it. They'd make up some excuse. They put him on like temporary paid leave or something like that, just like really anything else that happens here. Like I said, we got a story coming up where they found like 378 billion doll hairs that was being misspent, but they didn't spend it yet. They had it like saved up and they were getting ready to blow it on dumb shit that didn't matter. And of course, we got Doge and all that to put a stop to it. Well, if you know these people are misspending the money, why isn't anybody going to jail? Like, why is there no accountability? Nobody's being fired. They're just like, yeah, we found people doing bad things, but oh well. I'm tired of that. I wish people would start being held accountable. Shroomish, why did they have live bombs and not dummy bombs? That's what I'm saying. What were they supposed to be doing? Free the Texan, accidentally. They didn't even have like sort of kind of an excuse for that. Non-woke, now they're qualified to fly in America Airlines, unfortunately. Appeal to Heaven. Oh yeah, I couldn't figure out that lady's name. I was gonna talk about her earlier when I was talking to somebody, and I couldn't remember her name. I'm like, it's the lady that looks like she's from Dark Crystal. I'm like, I don't remember her name. She's a stupid Democrat. For the Texan, maybe they are getting fired, but it's not made public. Yeah, but I feel like doing it public is part of the accountability, but I guess that's just wishful thinking. What's up, Russell? Glad you made it home safely. Happy freedom to you. What's up, Harley Davidson? Happy freedom to you. Harley Davidson, why'd they even drop him in the first place? Exactly. I wonder if we'll have a follow-up to that. Kind of like the commercial airline that didn't put its landing gear down, crashed, hit the wall, blew up, is the worst plane crash to ever happen in South Korea. And then they were like, yeah, there's like 15 minutes of missing footage from the black boxes from right before it hit the ground. Like, oh, that's not suspicious at all. What's up, Dennis? Happy freedom to you. Scott Johnson, the magnetic pole shift is messing with all these planes. No, I don't think the magnetic pole shift dropped bombs on South Korea. I don't think that's what happened. I mean, maybe, some, I can't even think what I'm trying to say. Like, some of the instruments may be affected by something like that, but, you got to pull the lever to drop the bombs. I don't think it wasn't a solar flare or anything like that. What's up, Uncle Sam? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Dirt Bike Freedom? Happy freedom to you. Let's see, reading through. Dang, Russell, you ain't got to call me sexy. Jeez, that's quite flattering. Anyways, moving forward here, like I said, this next one is VP JD Vance asked point blank if the U.S. military would be used to strike the cartels in Mexico. Now, like I said, this is from his speech yesterday, and we did cover pretty much his whole speech. We just didn't cover the part where he was answering questions. Like I said, there was reasons why. But this video's got clearer audio from the reporters. Plus, I want to say this is News Nation. Yeah, the question is from News Nation, so of course they were trying to ask soft questions and make President Trump look bad because they're the new CNN. Anyways, hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the GoofTube, and let's get into this.
Enforcement seriously. In the back, yeah.
Mr. Vice President, Ali Bradley, News Nation. So since the designation of the cartels as terrorists, does that give the United States the green light to go into Mexico and to strike them there? I mean, right now, obviously, they've struck in the Houthis in Yemen. So why not, when we've seen cross-border violence, go after them in Mexico? And then my second question is about a designation I'll follow up on, please.
Go to ask the second question.
Why isn't the Juarez/La Linea cartel designated when it's in one of the most deadliest places on the planet? Juarez has been designated as one of the deadliest cities. It's right across from El Paso. We've talked to community leaders. They say we know Juarez cartel's operating in the U.S. and so are their affiliates. We don't even want to talk about it out loud, though, because then we'll put a target on our back. They're scared. Border Patrol even thought they were designated, but they're not. The State Department didn't tell me why.
So on that, we're looking at additional organizations. Obviously, this is the determination of whether to determine a particular organization, a terrorist organization, is something that we consult with our leaders of the Department of Defense. We also consult with our friends in other governments. We maintain the optionality to designate further organizations, terrorist organizations, if we feel that we need to in order to protect the American people. And I think President Trump has made it very clear he's not going to be shy about designating some of these cartel organizations as terrorists if he thinks he has to protect the American people. Your first question was about
American forces to strike.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So, look, I'm not going to make any announcements about any invasions of Mexico here today. The president has a megaphone, and of course, he'll speak to these issues as he feels necessary. But what designating cartel organizations allows us to do is deploy the full resources of the United States military to engage in serious border enforcement. Of course, the president is going to make the determination about how we deploy those forces. But our hope is that Mexico takes this job seriously. We don't want to have negative relationships with the Mexican government. We want the Mexican government to help itself, but also in the process to help the American people by taking these organizations seriously. It's going to destabilize the entire country of Mexico, the entire government, if they don't take it more seriously. We're hopeful that they will. And if they don't, then of course, we'll figure out what to do from there.
Univision. So, you just mentioned something about invasion of Mexico. Is there any talk or any thoughts about actually U.S. military forces going into Mexico?
No. Next.
All right. So now we got lots of talk about whether or not we're going to invade Mexico, which I don't think anybody even brought up that we were going to invade Mexico. But News Nation, right, they had to show up and go, well, since you said you don't like cartels, then that must mean you're going to go over there and do stuff. You're going to invade the country. You know, that's what white supreme pizzas like you be doing on a daily. Like, yeah, okay. He should have just humored her and be like, well, we're thinking about it. And like, since you're so worried, how's the measles going? You still worried about the chicken flu? Like, geez, News Nation. Scared. So scared. Scared of nothing. Trying to scare the shit out of their viewers. That's about all they do. Next up, Elon Musk says Postal Service and Amtrak should be privatized. They're actually talking about merging these different agencies. I'm not sure what the overall vision is, but either way, change is still being made. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what your hooligans think about JD Vance dealing with these idiot reporters. Russell drop a 500-pound bomb in a cartel compound. I'm wondering what fighting against the cartels is going to look like, because I feel like they don't tell us the whole story about how the whole cartel situation works. They always talk to us about the Mexican cartels. They're like, oh, the cartels are doing this, the cartels are doing that. But then when we covered the cartels weaponizing drones, they were saying the cartels were using it against other cartels. So then it makes me wonder, how many cartels are they? Are there in Mexico? How many of them attack our border? Because they make it seem like it's just one. And then, I don't know, they make Mexico sound like it's Iraq or something. And so, how are we going to handle that? And when are we going to handle that? When are we going to do something about that? Because for the last couple of years, we keep hearing about the cartels because of the open border and all that. But we never do anything to the cartel. We just let it all slide as far as I can tell. So it'll be interesting when we actually have something happen and we are victorious over the cartels. I'm interested to see what that looks like. Ghostly, I've seen videos online and the cartel seems pretty fucking bad. Yeah, Ghostly. I know, they look like their own military. And I don't know how, like, why did Mexico allow that to happen? Like, we got gangs here in America, but they're not rolling around in armored vehicles with people, you know, with rifles and stuff, just driving down the main street. Nobody's doing anything. Everybody just looks the other way because it's better than having to hit them head on. We don't have that here. And if there was people trying to do that here, I think that first they would hit it with SWAT team, and if that didn't work, then they would call in National Guard, just like when we were in the lockdowns and stuff. They'd be met with force. So I wonder, how did the cartels even get that bad? Why did they let that happen? Why did the Mexican government allow that? Stoner, the gangs here don't bribe the politicians. Yeah, they're not big enough to do that. Some people think that that's what happened with like the mafia and stuff. They're the gangs that bribe the politicians, but I don't know. I don't know enough about the mafia and all that. Non-woke, it will take time to untangle Biden's mess. Absolutely. Especially like with the judges and these Supreme Courts and all this stuff. They're constantly working against the Trump agenda. These states suing President Trump over these executive orders and all of that. It's a very slow process, it seems. Kevin, cocaine's a hell of a drug. That's what they say. What's up, Bobby? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Tori Wayne? Happy freedom to you. Dud, we need Rambo to deal with the cartels. Well, I don't know about Rambo, but we got Chuck Norris, you know, so we need to just send him in. Do the thing. It's time. Release the Chuck Norris. For the Texan, why would a top official project what we're going to do to another country like war or an invasion? That level of tardism does that thinking require? Yeah, no, for the Texan, like I said, it's News Nation. They're just trying to stir up some crap. The way that the liberal media works is they just suggest something or even ask a question, and just the words from their question is now legitimized as factual things that will happen. And they do that all the time. They're like, oh, are you going to invade Mexico? And he's like, nah, we're not going to do that. She's like, we had to ask if he was going to invade Mexico because he was alluding to it. And then they go tell their viewers all that crap. And then those idiots go to Walmart wearing 2 masks with a man pond shoved up their butt. And, you know, they're outraged over nothing. That's like the protesters that were screaming and crying about benefits being taken away from Medicare or Medicaid or whatever. That's not even happening. And they're out in the street with signs screaming and crying, and they took people that are special needs and brought them out to the protest just to make it more dramatic when it's not even happening. That is not even going on. But they're out there bitching about it like it's going on because people are stupid. They're real stupid. What's up, Elder Zoomer? Happy freedom to you. You started a war on drugs? I believe you. What's up, Viola? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Karma? Happy freedom to you. You look ready for summer. Yeah, I'm a little bit more aerodynamic. I've been waiting to cut my hair for a while. That's probably the longest my hair has been since I cut my dreads off. Harley Davidson, the U.S. is really to blame for the start of the cartels. That doesn't really surprise me. We gave a lot of weapons to ISIS and all of that, and I think it's kind of always been that way. It always seems like when these terrorist groups pop up, all the weapons and the gear and the training, and it somehow leads back to us, like all the damn time. What's up, Squid? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Pamela G? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Tyson? Tyson, what you eating? You got pizza? What kind of pizza? What's up, home of? Happy freedom to you. A kid died in the shelter in died in a shelter in New York from fentanyl. I believe it. That's crazy that happened. I didn't see that story though. Otherwise, we probably would have covered it. What's up, Mitsubishi? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Detroit River? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Baldy Rocks? Happy freedom. I rock a bald head too, but that could be fairly obvious from my name. Ain't nothing wrong with that. They say bald is beautiful. I'm just trying to grow into it. Everyone's like, grow your dreads back. I'm like, I can't. I can't. I don't grow enough hair up here anymore. I can't do that. I'd have a dread hawk. What's up, Cassie J? Happy freedom to you. And thank you, Snooks. I appreciate the compliment. All right, hooligans, we're going to move forward here because, like I said, we got a lot of news today. This next one is Elon says Postal Service and Amtrak should be privatized. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, really quick, if you would like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out as we're making Saturdays more fun. Let's get this polled up. Oh, Elon. Got these guys mad. You know, I was thinking earlier today, this is just my random thought of the day here. They're always crying about how Elon or JD Vance is President Trump's boyfriend. Now, it's always the lefties crying about this. And they're like, oh, there they are. It's President Trump and his two boyfriends. And I was thinking about that because I see that crap on the internet all the time. And I'm like, wait a minute, don't you people like that shit? And just imagine if they were President Trump's boyfriends and the lefties were hating on him. Then we would have to go after him and be like, oh, you guys are hating on the minority group of LGBTXYZ, blah, blah, blah. And oh, how the tables have turned. Anyways, I was just thinking that, and that's my random thought for the day. Either way, hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube. And let's get into this. Once again, Elon Musk says Postal Service and Amtrak should be privatized.
Elon Musk may have a new target. The billionaire leading Donald Trump's cost-cutting effort says it's time to sell off Amtrak and the US Postal Service. Speaking Wednesday at a conference run by Morgan Stanley, he said the government should privatize everything that can be privatized. Musk said he thought such moves would need congressional approval. Last month, Trump said he was thinking about merging the Postal Service, a government agency, with the Commerce Department.
And we're thinking about doing that, and it'll be a form of a merger, but it'll remain the Postal Service, and I think it'll operate a lot better.
That's a move Democrats say would violate federal law. The USPS has lost some $100 billion since 2007, though this month it did report a profit for the latest quarter. It has suffered as email and messaging systems drove a big decline in first-class mail volumes, now at their lowest level since 1968. As for Amtrak, its ridership topped pre-COVID levels last year with a record 32.8 million customer trips. But it still posted an operating loss of over $700 million for the 12 months to the end of September. And Musk says compared to something like high-speed rail in China, Amtrak is, quote, a sad situation. It will leave you with a very bad impression of America. Asked about the comments, the rail operator said its business was strong. It said it was on track to reach operational profitability for the first time under the new administration. The network is boosting services on the East Coast as part of a bid to double usage nationwide by 2040. During his first term, Trump repeatedly sought to cut funding for Amtrak, which received about $2.4 billion in federal support last year.
Okay, some changes being made, and it's all suggested by Elon. We'll see how it goes. If President Trump agrees, I assume we'll start seeing these changes actually come to fruition. I don't really understand what merging these two departments together is gonna do. I don't really know how that's gonna save money or really make anything different. If it's already being run poorly, why merge them to be managed by one group of people if it does shit being managed by two groups of people? So I don't really understand that, but either way, something that may happen. I did think it was pretty humorous that they said that this is the least amount of people using the Postal Service since 1968. This is the most useless postal service we've had since 1968. And looking at Roxanne every damn day when I got to go into the post office, I agree. I totally believe that. The USPS is the most useless piece of shit since 1968. I fully agree with that statement. Anyways, next up we got Representative Al Green's. He faces censure vote after protest at President Trump's speech. Now, he's the guy that looks like he's related to Chewbacca, and he was pointing his cane at President Trump while President Trump was knocking us off our feet with that fantastic speech that was going on there. Apparently, he's some representative of Texas, which is kind of sad because it seems like all the representatives from Texas are not great people. Like, what's that woman's name? Something Crockett or whatever, and she always acts all ghetto and stuff and just can't be a reasonable person at all. She's always got that fake outrage going on. And then you got Patchy the Pirate. What is his name? Dan Crenshaw, the guy that we were just covering because he said he wanted to kill Tucker Carlson. And then, like I said, we got Chewbacca, we got Al Green. All those people are representatives of Texas, of one fashion or another. And I don't know why, because I always hear good things about Texas, and then you see that, and you're like, why are these people representing Texas? If I didn't read that, I'd never think that they were even from Texas, but either way. All of that's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about Elon suggesting that the Postal Service and Amtrak get merged. That's a good one, you will. Let's pull that up. It's PG enough for the rest of the class to see. Yes. Who wore it better? It says, I figure out who she reminds me of. Yeah, Lil Nicky wore it better. I guess she's been in office since 1991 or something like that. So whenever we get these term limits, that'd be nice. What's up, Zero? Happy freedom to you. Guess should be an easy merger. Most postal workers already have track marks. Burned them. That's terrible. It's unfortunate. Guess they represent Austin, Harris, and Dallas County. All liberal holds. No, I see. And those are probably the big cities. That's how it is here too. All the damn big cities is just liberal shitholes. J Spray. You must own a mailbox, but you also must purchase your own mailbox, but you don't own it. Yeah, it's not right. It's not right, J Spray. J Spray, that image is disrespectful to Lil Nicky. Well, I agree. Glad you made it home safe, Zero. Thank you so much, Patriot Dad, for that $5 donation over on Rumble. I really appreciate you, Patriot Dad. Thank you so much for the support. It says, Happy Freedom Hooligans, and got called into work at 3 a.m. Just got off. Let's see, what does it say? Steam leak, having a few Sam Adams and calling it for today. Well, I appreciate you, Patriot Dad. Enjoy your break from work. Holy, you're a hard worker. Thank you, Pumpkin. I appreciate the compliment. Rappy, I thought you looked different today. Yeah, my ears are a little taller, whatever they say. Yeah. Free the Texan, they keep saying King Elon or President Elon. Yeah, they're so butthurt over Elon. Free the Texan, Lil X is too cute. So I was just wondering this when we covered that video, and I forgot for a second there. If Elon has 316 kids, why do we only see him with Lil X? Now, I know the one became a shapeshifter and he disowned it. And I don't know how old that one is. But, like I said, where's the other one? Where's the other 500,000 kids at? Like, why does he only hang out with Lil X? Lil X is cool. I just wonder, like, what's the rest of his kids look like? You know, are they half cyborg? Can they fly? Like, it's kind of like The Incredibles. You just assume that he's shitting out little superheroes and stuff. So I just wonder. You know, I was just curious. Picture Dead, you had a Dreadhawk? See, I feel like if I had a Dreadhawk, I'm going to look like a lesbian. I'll be cruising down the street in a Subaru, right? And just chicken fingers up here blowing in the wind. And everyone's going to be like, fucking liberal, passing me and stuff. And it's like, I got enough problems. I got enough. I don't need to walk that walk. Free the Texan. Everyone in China and Japan uses trains. The women in Muskegon are like that too. Anyways, never mind. Never mind. Ghostly, DC Amtrak is for junkies and government workers. Everyone else drives. Yeah, well, and we don't hear anything good about the subway in New York. That's why they gotta like cut the news off from it every once in a while, because otherwise we'll scare enough people to never use the system. Free the Texan. I never use the post office. We all have email. Yeah, but you guys can't send me birthday presents through the email. I've been to the post office every day this week. Roxanne is tired of looking at me. Yeah, Jasmine Crockett. Yeah, Free the Texan. That's what I'm talking about. Shroomish Eye Patch McCain is the worst. I can't believe he was just out there in the open saying he wanted to kill Tucker Carlson, and that just is okay. Appeal to Heaven, you don't like UPS? I like UPS better than FedEx. I don't think anybody's real great, but UPS is kind of my favorite right now. Appeal to Heaven, RFID is another word for chip implant. Remember that. I got near frequency. I got NFID tags. I got cards and I got bracelets. I don't have implants available, but yeah, it is true. That is true. Go say the mother wants the kids out of the media. That's probably a good call. Being famous isn't all it's cracked up to be. Tree herder skullet dreads. I've thought about it. When I become an old man and I'm like more bitter than I already am, then I'll just bust out the dreads in the back or whatever. Thinking about it. They're gonna be like, that scary mean old man lives on the corner there. Told to care. Elon has full custody of X. The rest are shared. Oh, I see. Dutton, if you want NFID implants, my homie does them. No. I don't want any implants. And I got sensitive skin. My body would almost absolutely reject it. Hair juicer. Wednesday. Zero. Elon shapeshifter is in their 20s. Oh, okay. I was wondering if they were grown or not, or if they were like a teenager. Murdercom, Trump backed down from tariffs on Mexico and Canada again, another 30 days. I don't know. We're not covering anything on that, so I don't really have anything to say about that. I haven't looked into it. I just see Trudeau crying. Actually, you just reminded me. Because Trump broke Trudeau. So let me grab this video really quick. I didn't add it to the schedule because we already had 50 million other things that we're going to cover. But since you bring it up, I guess we could probably take like 20 seconds to watch Trudeau cry his little eyes out because President Trump gaped him too hard. Let me see if I can find it really quick here. Oh yeah, voodoo doll. Let's see. There's a couple things. Let me see. I'm not gonna sit here and dig through all this. "28 seconds. We'll go ahead and just throw a little bonus video in here. Why not? Since people are talking shit. This is Trudeau crying his little eyes out.
On a personal level, I've made sure that every single day in this office, I put Canadians first, that I have people's backs. And that's why I'm here to tell you all that we got you. Even in the very last days of this government, we will not let Canadians down today and long into the future.
Hello, life.
Anyways, we'll just go ahead and keep reading through the chat. Yeah. Harley Davidson, I don't like that Al Green guy. I don't either. He acts like an asshole. Harley Davidson, maybe Trump thinks if they merge the mail if they merge the companies, the mail will come faster. That'd be nice. I got a paper yesterday. I was going to tell you guys about this. I forgot this too. You guys reminded me of all kinds of stuff. I should just keep you around with me. I got a piece of paper yesterday from my insurance company, from my car insurance, and they said, we've been trying to reach you since 4/14/2022 about a check for $400 that you never cashed, and it had all this information. And it's legit. It's not a scam thing. It's from my insurance company. But I couldn't believe for 3 years I've been just sitting on a check that for $400 that I'd never cashed. I have trouble checking certain parts of mail. If it's insurance and shit, I don't check it because they pull that automatically out of my account. Well, I'm going to open the piece of paper for? Well, because there might be a $400 check in there. And so I had to sign this stupid paper and mail it back to these assholes. But they said I had 30 days to reply, or else they were going to give the money to the state. Because apparently Michigan changed some law back in 2022 and we all got $400 and I just never cashed my check, I guess. And so I was looking and it said the paper was from February 14th and I only have until March 14th to write them back or else I don't get the money, which is whatever. I don't fucking care. But what I thought was interesting is I got the paper yesterday. So if they mailed it out February 14th, why didn't I get it till March 5th? Why did it take like 3 weeks for me to get my mail? Like, and I don't get that. And I was telling you guys before that my Rumble checks were not showing up. The mail was stealing my damn Rumble checks. They weren't cashing them, but it wasn't reaching me either. And so, I don't know. If you want to know why I don't like the mail, I got lots of reasons. Anyways. What's up, Interstate? Happy freedom to you. Interstate, he didn't want to let down the U.S. liquor coming into Canada. There would be an uproar. Well, as far as I know, Canadian alcohol is stronger than ours. What's up now, what it seems? Happy freedom to you. Now what it seems. What makes a good movie? Dark humor. What's up, loves? Happy freedom to you. Agent O, that's a good one. I'm not going to read that out loud. It's going to hurt someone's feelings, but yeah. Tyson, bring back delivery by horse. I mean, I'd be scared to go get the mail, but yeah, it'd probably be more reliable. Guess, like I'm an island boy? Is that how we're going to do it? Mm-hmm. That's funny. And that picture's from when I went to college. That's from before I was even a live streamer. That's what makes the picture so much better. Matt Rogers, USPS strikes again. That's right. Russell, Trudeau looks like a Muppet. Yeah, he's crying his little eyes out. Matt Rogers, his first sentence was a lie. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and move forward here. Like I said, Representative Al Green faces censure vote after protest at Trump's speech.
Now, as soon
All right, hooligans, hit that like button if you got a like button, and let's get into this.
Now, as soon as this morning, Texas Congressman Al Green could be the 28th representative ever to be censured. By now, everyone's seen the video and pictures of Green being escorted out after shaking his cane at President Trump and shouting during his joint address to Congress. House Republicans wasted no time moving to censure the congressman, calling his outburst a breach of proper conduct. News Nation's Xavier Walton has more this morning. So, Xavier, what's Representative Green saying about his actions the other night?
Marky, good morning. Talk about fireworks in March, right? Well, Representative Al Green not mincing words ahead of his censure vote here in just a few hours. On the House floor Wednesday, he said he would do it again. Take a listen.
I stood up for my constituents then. I'm standing up for my constituents now. This is a matter of principle. This is a matter of conscience on some issues that are matters of conscience. It is better to stand alone than not stand at all. Come on, man. This is where I stand.
So we have seen these images of the Texas congressman waving his cane and shouting at President Trump during his joint address to Congress. Green says he was yelling at the president that he didn't have a mandate to cut Medicaid, a program on the Doge chopping block, and something he says many of his constituents desperately need. Washington Congressman Dan Newhouse introduced the censure to the House, writing on X, "The sheer disregard for decorum during the president's address for my colleague is simply unacceptable." So the censure vote scheduled for later today, Markey. If the resolution passes, Green doesn't get removed from Congress or anything like that. It's more of a public reprimanding of his behavior. He'll have to stand in front of the House as the resolution is read, Markey.
And Xavier, the congressman's actions aren't just being condemned by Republicans, right? I mean, what are Democrats also saying?
That is, Markey, that is absolutely correct. It feels like both sides are kind of coming for him. And the side of the Democrats saying that his interruption was counterproductive. The party as a whole pointing fingers at each other about how to show their opposition to the Trump administration, with a senior House Democrat telling Axios, quote, "Everyone is mad at everyone." We saw some other Dems holding up signs, slamming Doge, some color coordinated their outfits. Others refused to stand or clap during most of the speech. But Democratic strategists are telling our partners at the Hill that they are furious, arguing that these actions all fell flat. Again, this was Tuesday night. Senator John Fetterman said his party's protests only made Trump look more presidential, saying that he doesn't think this is a winning message. And here's the thing, Markey, the party split between progressives and moderates that aren't seeing eye to eye on what their messaging should be right now. And some House Dems aren't necessarily ruling out voting in favor of the censure against their own Congressman, Al Green, Markey.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com.
Okay. What I don't really know is what happens if he gets censured. I assume nothing, just like everything else that happens. Let's see. Says Green was removed from the House chambers. Oh, we already know that. Let's see. Like, what happens? Come on, thing. It's like he's the only guy to ever go up for this. When a congressman is censured, it signifies the House representative's strong disapproval of their misconduct, which does not meet the threshold for expulsion. The censured member must stand at the well of the House chamber while the Speaker reads aloud the censure resolution in a preamble as a form of public rebuke. Censure is a formal majority vote in the House on a resolution disapproving a member's conduct. It's used to protect the institution's integrity of the House and Representatives, its proceedings, and its reputation. The House may censure its members for violation of statutory law, including crimes for violations of internal congressional rules, or for any conduct which the House of Representatives finds and has reflected discredit upon the institution. Okay, but that doesn't say shit. That doesn't say anything. That's a whole bunch of word salad there. Let's see. Censure is a warning and a reprimand aimed at reforming the individual and preventing further offending acts. It is not a measure that removes the member from the office, but it serves as a formal He got a warning. He might maybe sort of kind of get a little warning, maybe. Okay. Oh, just another warning? Kind of like we were giving the illegals and stuff. Oh, you whoop those cops' ass, and here's a little warning. You'll be okay. Okay. I'm so tired of the soft-handed treatment. So stupid. Every time I fuck up, they're trying to figure out how to stick me in prison. These people are stealing billions of dollars from us, and they're like, I'd be okay. Acting like assholes and shit, nah, it doesn't matter. Calling for violence in the street, that'll be fine. Like, I'm so tired of that shit. Next up, squad member, I don't know what her name is, Ayanna Presley melts down during Sanctuary City hearing. Now, like I said earlier, we did play APL smoking these Sanctuary City mayors yesterday, and she did a fantastic job. We got another clip from that, but instead of watching the mayors getting smoked, this lady just self-destructs in front of everybody. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about Al Green getting a warning. Zero, a strongly worded letter. Yeah, basically. Guess the letter was in all caps. That's basically what he got. He got a firm talking to. I don't even know if it's happened yet. I assume it has already happened, but maybe not. But even if it does, it seems like it doesn't do anything. Guess he got yelled at really, really loud. Yeah. Slap on the wrist. Guess Adam shit was censured as well. See, this is the first time I've ever seen anyone being censured while paying attention, but it really doesn't mean a whole lot. What a waste. And we're going to pay all those people who come to work to do that stupid shit? Just let him go on X. We will roast him. That's way better. That's way better than him getting a firm talking to by some other fake person. What's up, Rip Curl? Happy freedom to you. Rappy, you just found out that Whoopi Goldberg's real name is Karen? Yeah. Oh, you have Carlin. I don't know. I've heard that Whoopi Goldberg's not her real name. It gets brought up every once in a while. Yesterday we were talking about how she's slimming down from what looks like Ozempic, and now she looks like one of the bird-like creatures from Dark Crystal. Thank you so much, Patriot Dad, for that $1 donation over on Rumble. I appreciate you, Patriot Dad. Thank you. Says, I work with a 70-year-old white guy, government employee, that has the longest dreads I've seen. 6 foot long. Wow, Patriot Dad. That's awesome. Do they smell like peppermint? I used to wash my dreads with Dr. Bronner's or Dr. Braun's, like, all-purpose soap. It makes your dreads smell like peppermint. And people I've seen with long dreads, they all use the same stuff, too. That's where I learned it from. That's really cool. Thank you so much, Patriot Dad, for gifting 5 subs over on Rumble. You're a badass, Patriot Dad. Thank you so much. You hooligans better thank Patriot Dad for those gifted subs. That stuff is not free. Bobby, don't kiss your brother. Yeah, we got to inform Omar. Dutton beer is good for you. It can be. You're awesome, D-Cat. Free the Texan. Oh, I bet I picked it up because I went to the P.O. box earlier, and when I walked in, they said the truck had just left, and I got everything for the day. So if it was supposed to be here today, I got it. It's right over there. I don't have a way to put it right here. Maybe I'll clean this area, and we'll stack the stuff right here. But thank you so much, Free Thinking Texan. Yeah, if you hooligans don't know, I mean, we got a reminder coming up, but on Tuesday is the birthday unboxing. Like I said, I got a reminder coming up, but definitely look forward to that. I'm so excited about it. Pumpkin, Al Green is a hateful human. I think he's a human. I know, he looks a little rough and scraggly and drunk all at the same time. Ghostly, he just looks evil like a bad guy in a cartoon. I agree. I think it was D-Cat that said the other day something about a carpetbagger, and I didn't want to say it out loud because it sounded like something racist, and I went and looked it up. And apparently that's something that Northerners are called when they come down south to try and make some money. I did not know that. And there's a bunch of phrases. For people like me from Michigan, if we go south, we're not just called Yankees. They call us a bunch of other things too. And I think that's crazy. That's super crazy. I had no idea that's what a carpetbagger was. Ghostly, when Nancy shows up with a nicer pimp cane than you. Yeah, she was trying to style. I swear to God it was a flask, though. I swear she was drinking out of the cane. They said she was crying. I think she was wiping her mouth. Tree herder got his hand out like my ex. Dang. Dang. Holy. What's up, Metal Mouth? Happy freedom to you. Non-woke actions have consequences, and Democrats will hate that. Yeah, but he needs more than a censure. I mean, he didn't do anything specifically enough to, like, really get penalized, but saying, oh, we're going to censure him, like, that means something. Like, just give him the damn warning. Like, why make it a whole big stunt? Like, just tell him you like how he behaved. I figured that they said that when they made him leave. So, I don't know. Too much formality. Truman is so essentially a waste of time and taxpayer money. Absolutely. Nah, that's different for the good Texan. But they can tell because I drive a Subaru. What's up, Kirk Allen? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Gio? Dang, Bobby. Bobby, you just gonna post that in the chat? I can't read it out loud because it's not Saturday. Kevin, does the IRS accept Canadian Tire money? I don't know, but it's funny because Canadian Tire is like almost like a Walmart or something, isn't it, Kevin? We don't have anything like that, not where I live at least. I don't know if we have it in the country, but not here. But I actually know what the Canadian Tire stuff is. That's funny. Ghostly, Al Green looks like he's about to kidnap Princess Peach and put her on the corner. You're not wrong. That's Bowser Green. No worries, hair juicer. That's exciting. Just let me know when I need to go pick it up. Hair juicer, show the worst photo of Whoopi Goldberg that you can find. I will keep that in mind. I will look something up after live and I'll post it in the memes. Harley Davidson, is there a way to change my name in the Discord server? Yes. I think if you go into your profile and stuff, you can change your name. But if you need your nickname changed, you just need to ask a mod. Just, I mean, you could do @mods, I think. But just tag Who through and tell him you want to change your nickname, and he'll go through the process with you. We had to restrict it because people were acting like shitheads and then changing their name, and then we couldn't find them, and they kept harassing the chat because people have nothing better to do with their lives. So we had to restrict it, and that's why it's like that. But just tag Who through, and he'll get you worked out. What's up, Southern Eagleman? Happy Freedom to you. Harley Davidson, why you say, oh, God? It's not that bad. Just tag Who through. It'll be fine. What's up, dog? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Energy Woman? What's up to Marquise? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Cinderella? What's up, TPP? What's up, Blue Crow? Bunch of hooligans sliding through. Make sure you guys hit that like button. What's up, Thimble? Happy Freedom. They basically get grilled. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. What's up, Cliff? All right, hooligans, we're going to move forward here. Let's see. Oh, yes. This is from yesterday from the Sanctuary City hearings. It's titled Squad Member Ayanna. That's what I'm going with because I don't know how you say this name. It's like more vowels than anything else. But Ayanna Presley melts down during the Sanctuary City hearing. You'll know. As soon as you see her, you'll be like, oh, that bitch. Yep. Anyways, hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube. And let's get into this.
Chair recognizes
Mr. Chairman, I have unanimous consent request. Mr. Chairman, I have unanimous consent request.
Proceed.
I'd like to seek unanimous consent to enter into the record this article, and I'll do this as a survivor of sexual violence myself. This is from Courts, March 2018.
Without objection, so ordered.
Data from Texas shows that U.S.-born...
Without objection, so ordered. We've put it in the record.
I haven't entered it.
You have what?
Mr. Chair, can I have several articles. I need to enter them. Let me just go ahead with what the articles are. What they speak to.
What's the next article?
Let me proceed. Data from Texas shows that U.S.-born Americans
that is
commit
not-
more rape
Especially,
and murder than immigrants.
Listen, this trend of you
Data
all
from
trying to get
Texas
thrown out of
shows
committee
that
so you can get on
US-born
MSNBC
Americans
is going to
commit
end.
more
We're not
rape.
going to put up with it.
This is
Chair
my
recognizes
procedural
Mr.
right as a
Subramaniam.
member of this committee
You can
to
go.
enter
You
documents
can go with
into the
Mr.
record.
Frost and Mr.
I'm
Green.
reclaiming my time.
That's
You
what
do
you
not
want.
get to
No.
dictate
Ms. Presley,
how
I've been
I
very.
recite the
I have
articles
been very
for the
accommodating
record.
to you, Mr. Subramaniam.
And I
Start
take
the
particular
clock.
umbrage
Start
as a
the clock.
survivor
No, I
of
don't.
sexual violence.
Go.
I will enter
Order.
into the record. This is my right. Thank you.
No. It is Mr. Subramaniam.
Prostitute.
Mr. Chair,
No, you know the process of unanimous consent. You are not
I have
recognized.
several articles to enter into the record.
Mr. Subramaniam, if you don't go, we're going to recognize Mr. Timmons.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Smoked her. I mean, she just totally embarrassed herself. She's like yelling, "I'm a survivor of sexual violence." He's like, "No, no, shut the hell up. Just shut your stupid mouth." You know, good stuff. Anyways, I saw that and I was like, yeah, we're going to add that onto the schedule. There's just no way we're passing that up. Anyways, Democrats doing Democrat things. Next up, we got Adidas terminates business relationship with Ye. Kanye West was making his Yeezy shoes, which are just overpriced, shitty-looking shoes. That Kanye West was teamed up with Adidas. Now, ever since he lost his marbles, remember he was going on Alex Jones. He had like a full face cover mask on. We covered all that stuff. That's when they decided they were going to part ways with Kanye West, but they didn't like officially do it. They said they were going to do it, but then they never got around to it. Well, Kanye West is going back to ranting on X and wearing merch that has swastikas on them. And so Adidas figured they'd get off their ass and actually cut ties with him officially. So anyways, that is coming up next. First, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about the squad member sitting there self-destructing in front of God and everybody. What is that, Gassum? What is that? I'm not reading that out loud. It's going to start trending. Astral Hammer, what's Jeff Mack and Miss Presley have in common? They're barber. Smoked me. Holy. Matt, kick it out. I think she did actually get removed. According to some of these other videos that I saw, the way that they were titled leads me to believe that she was actually removed. I like that she was called out. He's like, I know you guys are all doing this thing where you want to get kicked out so you can get an interview on MSNBC, but we're not doing that shit today. Like, I like that he just called her out point blank. Guess, she's a survivor. Was the dude blind? I mean, I guess. I think the dude was gay and thought she was a dude and then found out the hard way she wasn't. And then she was actually upset because she almost got some. I think that's what happened. Yes, I know. I love all you hooligans too. Meanwhile, I started laughing when he shut her down. Yeah, no more tolerance for the Dems' dumb stuff. Libby Racer, her husband spent 10 years in prison. Weird. Did he transition in prison? I wonder what he went to prison for. Probably money laundering. Democrats doing Democrat things. Free the Texans. Some people are desperate. I couldn't be that desperate. There's just no way. Jab, colleges are creating these nitwits. Yeah, I agree. Metalmouth, you're assuming that Kanye West has marbles to begin with. Yeah, he's off his rocker. He's off his meds right now. Kevin's pouring the rain there. Well, hopefully it don't get too bad. It was raining here, and then all the snow melted. It got up to like 42 degrees. And then last night, we got dumped on. Everything was froze. They canceled school. Like, everything is shut down. And then there's places here in Michigan where they got like 4 feet of snow overnight and stuff like that. And now it's sunny outside, so I don't know. And then next week it's supposed to be like 50 degrees. I don't know. Our weather here in Michigan is got bipolar disorder. Libby Racer, that's an angry bald woman. Yep. Jeb, cage match, please. We bring that up when we cover the trials and stuff. It's like, because they're always objecting to each other, and it's like, nah, you should have to throw hands if you want to object. If you win the fist fight, your objection goes through. They should just hold all court like that. People wouldn't be so fake and stupid. Kind of like, what's his name, Rat Sack Skin. I can't stand that guy. He's one of those toxic kind of people. But if he had to throw hands in order to object, he'd shut the hell up, you know? And that's the thing. There's not enough punches in the face going on in the world anymore. Guess I'm not reading that out loud. I'm going to protect your modesty. You Hill, it's not AI hair. That's the little bit of hair I got is there, okay? It's not AI. Jesus loves us. Yeah, interstate. You know, I don't want to put it out there like that, but yeah, you're right. Harley Davidson, just type in the @ symbol and then WHOT, and who through should pop up. But I think you could also just do the @ and then mod, and it should pop up that way too. What's up, John S? Happy freedom to you. Welcome back, Proud Patriot Girly. Cinderella, I think we need to start cracking down on these lies from the left, start defamation lawsuits on them. Yeah. Well, President Trump's been going after him and news organizations and all of that stuff, and he's been winning. But the news never carries because they don't want to do a whole lot of talking about Trump winning. Tim Mack, happy freedom to you. The squad sucks. They do. In a bad way. What's up, Polar Teddy? Happy freedom to you. We used to have a hooligan named Bipolar Bear, and I wonder what happened to that guy. What's up, Animated Adventure? Happy freedom to you. Can we just do Free Speech Saturday today? No, it's too late. I already started the live. If you'd asked me earlier, you know, I was in a spicy mood. We might have just did the thing, but no, it's coming. Don't you worry. Anyways, we're going to get on to this next video. Like I said, Adidas terminates business relationship with Kanye West, even though he doesn't like being called that. I don't give a shit. That's how everybody knows him. It's too late to be the yay. It sounds like you're about to say something else, but you ain't. That's the whole thing. And you stub your toe and you're like, yay. Anyways. Like I said, Adidas is parting ways with Kanye West. They were making his Yeezy shoes and all of that. He was talking crazy. He was on Alex Jones. He was hanging out with Nick Fuentes. And Adidas said they were leaving, but they never did. And then Kanye West started wearing swastikas on his shirt. They're not going to show that because of community guidelines or whatever. But since he started doing that, Adidas got off their ass. They're going to part ways. And that's what this is about. So hit that like button over on Rumble as well as over on the CommuTube. And let's get into this.
Backlash to Kanye West's offensive and anti-Semitic remarks. Tonight, the biggest corporate sponsor, Adidas, has now ended the partnership. Tonight, the German-based company and what they're now saying. Here's Matt Gutman.
Tonight, Kanye West's billion-dollar empire collapsing, with Adidas, Gap, and Universal Music all cutting ties with the rapper known as Ye. Gap removing Yeezy products from its stores and shutting down the website. Adidas, based in Germany, ending weeks of silence, dropping its single most valuable collaborator following anti-Semitic rants in multiple interviews. Ye even taunting Adidas on the Drink Champs podcast last week.
I could say anti-Semitic things and Adidas can't drop me. Now what? Now what?
Adidas today with an answer, saying in a statement it does not tolerate anti-Semitism and any other sort of hate speech, adding Ye's recent comments and actions have been unacceptable, hateful, and dangerous.
And we know from all the research that hateful messages lead to hateful actions, and hateful incidences lead to hateful crimes.
The move expected to cost Adidas nearly $250 million in profit this year. The World Jewish Congress applauding Adidas' action, but not its delay, saying in a statement the company's history is not disconnected from the dangers of anti-Semitism. During World War II, its factories produced supplies and weapons for the Nazi regime.
David, Jewish community leaders telling me that the cascade of companies severing ties with Ye can't stop him from talking. What it can do is show that there are real consequences to hate speech. David.
Matt Gutman again tonight on this. Matt, thank you.
Okay, hold on a second. I wish YouTube didn't stick all their stupid little ads and shit on the end of a video. Anyways, I thought that was a pretty interesting video because not only did Kanye West get smoked, but they smoked Adidas too. You're like, yeah, Kanye West, you know, he talks a lot of stuff, but what you don't know is Adidas used to make weapons and shit during the war. And it's like, oh, okay, so they both suck. All right. And I was like, that's a pretty good video. Lots of talk about hate speech, though. Hate speech is free speech. So they do all that crying and stuff to try and put in the mind of liberals that you can limit speech. You can't limit speech. Not in a constitutional free speech country, you can't limit speech, but they try with the misinformation, disinformation, and hate speech. It doesn't work. That's all free speech. And so they need to stop crying about that dumb shit. But that doesn't mean that companies have to participate with him, right? You got an employee or you got somebody you're doing business with and they do some shit you don't like or they say some shit you don't like. You do not have to hang out with them. You do not have to do that. And you're not infringing on their free speech by choosing to go that route. It's only when the government's trying to silence you does your free speech actually kick in. Otherwise, in private matters like that, well, too bad for Kanye West, I guess, if he really cares. But at the same time, I think if he really cared, he wouldn't be making choices like that. So I don't think he really cares. And, well, Adidas, they've done bad things in the past, I guess. So, I don't know. I don't care about either of these, but this is what's in the news. Either way, next up, U.S. cuts intelligence for the Ukraine. I also want to mention that President Trump is about to revoke legal status for 240,000 Ukrainians who fled to the U.S. when the war started. It is very hard to find a video on that little mention I just did right there. There's a ton of titles talking about it. There's a ton of reporters mentioning it, but there's no more information than what I just said. So that's why I kind of added a little side note there on that video. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about Adidas and Kanye West just having a meltdown. Zero, yay, FAFO'd. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Russell, Kanye is crazier than a shithouse rat. Yeah, he's lost his marbles. He kind of reminds me of Britney Spears a little bit, like when she was shaving her head and acting. I mean, she's crazy all the time now, but she's like lock her in a padded room crazy at this point. But he has these like mental bouts where he just acts out, and he does have an album coming out. So I do think a lot of this is like, okay, you got an album coming out, go raise a bunch of publicity, and then your album will come out and everyone will buy it. But I think he's kind of taking his eye off the mark. He needs to go get publicity, but when he does it this way, yeah, some people are going to go buy his new album or whatever just to hear if he says anything anti-Semitic in the album, but most people won't because they'll decide to boycott him or whatever. So, I mean, it is publicity, but it doesn't seem like there's a clear goal behind the kind of viewers he's trying to draw in. I mean, unless he's like going for a bunch of white supreme pizzas, then hey, he might get what he's asking for. What's up, Bill Clay? Happy freedom to you. Stoner, hey, crazy Britney is hot. No, I don't think she's hot at all. She is, man, she is a mess. She is a scary mess. She should be the monster in a scary movie. You know, like, you know, they got all these movies that have come out now where you don't even see what the monster is. You don't see what the bad thing is. They're all scared of it, but they never really show you a clear image of what the bad thing is. They're out running. At the end, they show it, and it's Britney Spears dancing with knives in a bikini. Mm-hmm. They should, just cause. It couldn't be any worse than the movies they're putting out right now anyways. Too Old to Care managed into crazy. Yeah. That's why everyone says she's like a MK Ultra victim. Because they broke her brain. Stoner, dancing with kitchen knives is sexy to me. I thought so too, but after I dated enough women like that, I gave it up. Crazy used to be my favorite flavor, but it is not anymore. I have learned the hard way. Freely get texting, Kanye's already rich. Yeah, he's super rich. You're right. He doesn't need the money. Ghostly, ever seen Pulp Fiction? Yep. Actually, I think I got it on the wish list too. Non-woke, Yeezy come, Yeezy go. That's right. That's a good one. Patriot Dad all day. I dream about sex. Adidas. I actually just listened to that earlier today. I don't know why. I've been listening to a lot of Korn lately. Metalmouth, what's a GIMP suit? Are you really well, Google it. Just Google it. What's up, Mike T? Happy freedom to you. Some people self-destruct even when they got it made. Yeah. Because you got to be pulled in a direction. If you don't get pulled in a direction, you lose your marbles. Like old people, they retire. There's nothing telling them to get out of bed. There's no job calling them. There's no kids calling them. There's nobody going, hey, I need you to come do this for me. And so they stand still. And the faster you stop moving, the faster you die. And that's how it goes. And wealthy people are like that because there's nothing demanding that they get out of bed. They just do whatever they want. They have no purpose anymore because they've basically beaten life. They beat the game. And so now they're standing still. I'll read it after the live. Guess I can't read that out loud, but that is something. Decap. Britney Spears has Molly Rancher brain freeze. I'm just saying, she's got something. She has got something. Told to care, frying bacon naked is risky. It is. I've learned that the hard way too. Harley Davidson, Trump is limiting free speech. Why is he able to? What do you mean? In what way is he limiting free speech? Hold on, I gotta do something. Harley Davidson, I just tagged you and Who Through over on Discord, so he'll be able to help you change your name. Harley Davidson, I don't know what you're talking about with Trump limiting speech. I don't understand where that's coming from. As far as I know, he's not limiting free speech. The whole anti-Semitism thing we covered yesterday wasn't about free speech. It was about violence and calls to action. But that's the only thing I can think of that's in the ballpark of what you're talking about. What's up, Spirit Matter? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Cosmic Squirrel? Happy freedom to you. Prop Hatred Girly, did you see what he made his wife do at the Grammys? It's not. Let's see. If not, you did watch. Man, I don't know what the end of that says, but yeah, I did see that. I don't know why they did that. His wife was always naked. I never seen her with clothes on. A lot of people didn't realize that until the Grammys happened, but for like more than a year, every time you see him outside in public, getting into the car, getting out of random cars, being spotted in stores, being spotted in vacation spots, she was always naked. She's just wearing like clear trash bags most of the time. And a lot of people think that he's controlling her and all this stuff. And now they're like supposedly getting divorced. But she probably made crazy money, especially if she's selling feet pics online and whatever else she's doing. So I don't know if it's control. I think these broken brain people all get together and they generate publicity, which generates money. Snooks, you don't know what a GIMP suit is either? I don't know what to tell you guys. This isn't that kind of show, okay? You got to Google that stuff. I'm not going to show you my GIMP suit. Anyways, next up, like I said, U.S. cuts intelligence for Ukraine. And President Trump is also talking about revoking legal status for 240,000 Ukrainians who fled to the U.S. Now, they're not going to mention that second part in this video. You can Google it if you want to know more about it, but you're going to have a hard time finding it. I'm just finding that title all over the place and no more context than what the title says. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, really quick, that my birthday is coming up. So if you would like to send me something for my birthday, you are welcome to, well, actually, something for my birthday. We will be doing the birthday unboxing on March 11th, which is Tuesday coming up. But you are welcome to use the wish list link or the P.O. Box link if you would like to participate for the birthday unboxing and send me something for my birthday. So let me grab these links really quick and drop them in the chat. You do still have time to participate in the birthday unboxing if you would like to do so. If you use the wish list link, anything you purchase from the wish list will automatically be sent to me. You don't have to worry about tracking numbers or letting me know what time to pick it up or anything like that. It'll be sent straight to me. It's very easy to use. But if you would like to send me something of your own choosing, you are welcome to use the P.O. Box. But please email me or write me a DM or tell me in the chat on the live what day I got to go pick it up. And I will go to the P.O. Box and make sure it is picked up, because if it sits there for longer than 3 days, they will try and mail it back to you. Now, they do not accept my phone calls. The notification system does not work at the post office because it's too small. It does not have the newest technology, and there's no way for me to be notified unless you notify me directly. So keep that in mind. But Tuesday is the birthday unboxing. We're going to have a lot of fun. It is my birthday, and all of March is the hooligan holiday, so you can expect hooligans to hool. Either way, like I said, we're getting into this next video here. This is U.S. cuts intelligence for Ukraine. All right, hit the like button if you got a like button, and let's get into this.
The United States has paused intelligence sharing with Ukraine, the latest dramatic reversal in what had been vital military cooperation as Washington helped Kyiv battle a brutal Russian invasion. The move stands to significantly hamper Ukraine's ability to defend itself in the midst of the largest conflict in Europe since the Second World War. And it further piles pressure on Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to cooperate with U.S. President Donald Trump's demands in convening peace talks with Russia. The decision, announced Wednesday by CIA Director John Ratcliffe, illustrates the Trump administration's willingness to play hardball with an ally, to force it to the negotiating table just days after halting U.S. military aid to Kyiv. U.S. National Security Advisor Mike Waltz.
We have taken a step back and are pausing and reviewing all aspects of this relationship. But I just got off the phone before I walked out here with my counterpart, the Ukrainian National Security Advisor. We are having good talks on a location for the next round of negotiations, on delegations, on substance.
A day before Wednesday's announcement, Ukrainian lawmaker Serhiy Rachmanin expressed his concerns to Reuters about whether Washington would allow other partners to pass on information.
They have the ability to limit the amount of information that our partners can share with us. That is, the problem here is not only and not so much about the restrictions on the information the United States have. The issue is what possible restrictions they may impose on the transfer of information from our partners.
On Monday, Washington halted military aid to Kyiv following a disastrous Oval Office meeting last week, in which Trump and Zelensky engaged in a shouting match before the world's media. The clash delayed the signing of a Ukraine-U.S. minerals deal. But on Tuesday, Trump said he received a letter from Zelensky in which the Ukrainian leader said he was willing to come back to the negotiating table. The White House says it's now reconsidering.
Okay. So we covered that when Zelensky was getting tag team between President Trump and J.D. Vance after Zelensky pretty much made threats against us. Now, at the end of the video there, they were talking about how President Trump said he's welcome to come back to the White House when he's ready for peace. But then, like I said, at the end of the video, they were like, thoughts may have changed, as in he may not be able to come to the White House. Now, Zelensky's been going out there and trying to get buddies from other countries and stuff. He went straight to the UK begging for money when he left the White House earlier. And like I said, there's videos, well, there's not a lot of context, but there's mention that Trump will be revoking legal status for 240,000 Ukrainians who fled to the U.S. when the war started. So I wonder what that's going to look like. But Zelensky thought that we were going to help him out and fuel him to fight the war. President Trump only wants to help him out to get the war ended. But if he doesn't want to end the war, then President Trump doesn't want us to be a part of it, which makes sense. And Zelensky's in between. He's not sure what he wants to do. So it sounds like President Trump is kind of choking him out. He already canceled aid. We covered that yesterday, I think. And now today he's cut off the intelligence, and he's about to revoke status for 250,000 Ukrainians that are here. And so it kind of looks like we're cutting ties with him. And like President Trump said when they were all in the Oval Office, either you got us backing you up and you're going to end this war, you're going to come to a peace agreement, or we're going to pull out and we're going to watch you get smoked, and whatever's going to happen is going to happen. The cards will fall how they fall. And Zelensky, well, he didn't come back groveling or whatever, so it looks like we're going to just see what happens. I mean, they haven't said that out loud, but that's really what this looks like. Next up, EPA head Zeldin uncovers Dems' climate slush fund. Now, they said that they found $378 billion of money that was being misused, but of course, no one is being arrested. Now, they do mention a person that resigned once this probe started. Her name was Denise Chung, and she resigned to run away from the probe. Now, again, they found these people misusing this money. It's $378 billion of tax dollars, and it's being misused, but nobody's going to jail. They're just, oh, look at all this money we found. And I feel like we don't have enough accountability, and I don't understand why. Either way, that's what's coming up next. But first, we're going to read through the chat, see what your hooligans think about us cutting ties with Ukraine. What's up, Breeze by you? Happy freedom to you. Yell dang, Russell. Russell, can I claim Jeff Mac Day as a national holiday and get off of work? It should be, Russell. You know, it should be. On Tuesday, it should be a national holiday. I don't know why it's not recognized, those racists. What's up, Sam? Happy freedom to you. Metal Mouse serves him right for his actions in the Oval Office. I agree. I mean, he had it all made. He had it all made. All he had to do was just do the deal with President Trump and everything would have been good. But he was like, no, I don't want to end the war. I want to beg for more money. President Trump was like, well, that's all right. That's the best deal you're going to get. Too bad. What's up, Tiger Jaw? Happy freedom to you. Too old to care. Glad to see Trump standing strong and true to his words. I agree. Let's see. Harley Davidson. Trump has made statements threatening to deport non-citizen residents participating in protests against U.S. policies or actions abroad. Well, if they're non-citizens, then they don't need to be here, and they don't have a right to free speech. I mean, they have a right to speak, but there could be consequences for those actions. So that's not like they're not citizens, so they do not have our First Amendment right to free speech. So that's not even an example of him limiting speech. Threats of legal action against pollsters, journalists, and activists who express dissenting views. That is only for the Oval Office, which is a private area. If they want to come in the press briefing room and disagree, then whatever's whatever, which they could be kicked out of the press briefing room. But the people who have gone in there and they don't recognize the Gulf of America and stuff like that, they don't get the privilege of being in the Oval Office. They don't have a right to be in the Oval Office. It's a privilege. So it's not really limiting free speech. That's the thing, is like free speech isn't just marching around screaming out loud. There's like places where it matters and places where it's like I'm saying. So if someone came into my living room and they said something I didn't like, I can make them leave and they can say, oh, well, what about my free speech? But it really doesn't matter, because what does matter is they have to get the fuck out. That's the law. Now, if I was a cop and we were outside and somebody's talking, I can't make them shut up, because I would be considered an authority of the government. And if I tell a citizen to close their mouth, I'm silencing their free speech. And that's what can't happen. But that's the difference. So being in the Oval Office is the same thing as being in someone's living room. And when you say stuff that they don't like, they can kick you out, and it's just too bad. Now, President Trump can't tell you to shut up, but he can tell you to leave. And that's what's going on. Somebody sent me a video the other day of a woman that was at a board meeting of sorts. I don't know if it was a town hall or something like that. And she was screaming from the crowd and disrupting the whole event. And so they made her leave. But the people that sent it to me were under the impression that that was against that woman's free speech. But that's not true. It's not true at all. They can make you leave for disrupting an event. They may not be able to tell you to shut your mouth if that's a cop that's making you leave. They can't make you be quiet, but they can make you leave. They can trespass you. And so having a firm understanding of how free speech works and when it's applied is part of the game, because it's not just walking down the street screaming and hollering. That's not how free speech works. There's situations where you can use it as leverage. You guys having a whole conversation over here on YouTube. What's up, Wayward? Happy freedom to you. Picture Dad getting everything I voted for. I agree. Hey, thanks for being here, Appeal to Heaven. Enjoy the rest of your day. Alright, Hooligans, we're going to move forward. Let me see where we are. Oh, yes. The government misusing $378 billion of tax dollars. It's titled EPA Head Zeldin Uncovers Dems Climate Slush Fund. Now, again, it's great and all that they found this money, but they're not going to do anything about the people who were misusing it. Once again, this is titled EPA Head Zeldin Uncovers Dems Climate Slush Fund. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
Alleged $378 billion slush fund. Again, this money was allegedly used to funnel funds to Democrats under the guise of environmentalism. Federal authorities now probing the Biden-Harris administration's last-minute rush to push billions of dollars to green energy groups, even organizations that were brand new and not fully vetted. So now Republicans claim much of the money actually went to left-wing politicians.
And this was all uncovered by the new head of the EPA, former Congressman Lee Zeldin. Let's check in now with national correspondent Alana Austin live on Capitol Hill with more on that. Alana.
Hi, Emma and John. Good morning. And EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin, as you mentioned, says there are many red flags being exposed with the millions and the billions of dollars that went out the door right before President Joe Biden left office. At this point in time, this has been referred to the Inspector General's office, the FBI, and the Department of Justice for further review. And also the FBI, as we mentioned there, for the green energy funds, billions being distributed shortly before President Donald Trump returned to the Oval Office. Zeldin alleges some of these climate organizations received millions or billions while serving as pass-throughs for other entities. Zeldin criticizes an alleged limited oversight purposely in the way these grants were structured, including to the sub-grantees. He says Power Forward Communities, which is linked to prominent Democrat Stacey Abrams, who ran for Georgia governor, received billions despite only bringing in a stunning $100 in total revenue in 2023. For now, $20 billion in funds are frozen at Citibank, while administrative staffers are placed on administrative leave pending the investigations. In a letter to the IG's office, Zeldin writes, recent findings reveal a pattern of reckless financial management, blatant conflicts of interest, astonishing sums of tax dollars awarded to unqualified recipients. Vice President Kamala Harris previously praised these programs as a cornerstone for lifting up distressed and overlooked communities. The funds and energy organizations have been linked to high-profile Democrats. Stacey Abrams, we mentioned, also John Podesta. In 2022, the Biden administration named Podesta a key political consultant to oversee the dispersal of hundreds of billions of dollars. Now, during the joint session this week, President Donald Trump specifically called out Stacey Abrams and questioned the legitimacy of these grants.
$1.9 billion to recently created Decarbonization of Homes Committee, headed up, and we know she's involved. Just at the last moment, the money was passed over by a woman named Stacey Abrams. Have you ever heard of her?
But John Podesta is defending these funds, saying it's actually illegal for the Republicans to hold it up. He says this was all approved under the Inflation Reduction Act under the last Congress, so these funds have legitimately been appropriated in his view. John and Emma.
We're also hearing reports that a top federal prosecutor had stepped down from her role after refusing to take part in the probe. What can you tell us about this?
Correct, Emma. Denise Chung, who is a top federal prosecutor based in Washington, D.C. for 24 years, she actually had a falling out because of the interim U.S. attorney for the District of Columbia, Ed Martin, had asked her to look into the matter. She said she did not think it had enough evidence to warrant freezing the banks or convening a grand jury to further probe the matter. And so essentially he asked for her resignation. She is now no longer with the office.
All right, Alana Austin, we'll continue to follow this developing story. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
All right. So we did cover Stacey Abrams, I think her name is, and apparently she's a part of this. Then they also say that, where are we at? Denise Chung resigned to try and run away from the probe. But the thing is they know the people who receive money who shouldn't have received it. They know the people who were providing the money who should not have been routing it in those directions. Nobody's being held accountable for it, though. It's just publicity. It's like, oh, yeah, these guys are the ones that are just blowing your money. Like, great. What are we going to do about that? Nothing. Oh. Well, damn, at least we know who did it, I guess. It's more what we got from the Epstein files. Either way, next up we got Scott Presler. It's titled, Is New Jersey the New Swing State? Now, he looks like a liberal, but he walks like a patriot. And if you haven't seen Scott Presler, it's going to kind of take you back a little bit. I've had to adjust to Scott Presler because he does seem like a liberal. He is not, though. He is hardcore for Constitution, legal voting, all that kind of stuff. He raises awareness. He does a really good job. He's a little flamboyant, but that doesn't really matter because, like I said, he walks like a patriot. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what your hooligans think about them finding $378 billion of misused money. Breezeway, I'm shocked. Democrats corrupt? No way. Yeah, for real. I just don't understand how they get caught doing all this bad stuff and there's nothing happens. There's no punishment. They get censured. That's what they get. Russell, yeah, I hear cash is on top of this. Well, I can't wait for some cracking down to start. Zero, these people must be held accountable. Yeah, otherwise they're going to just keep doing it. What's up, J-Dog? Happy freedom to you. J-Dog, Scott was on Don Jr. right before the election. Yeah, I believe it. Elder Zoomer, that's cool. Arrest someone. Exactly. Ghostly, you've met Scott Presler? That's cool. Yeah, he seems like a stand-up guy. Jeb, struggling to pay bills and listening to this is infuriating. Yeah, I agree. You guys talking about gerbils over on Rumble? I don't know what that's about. Ghostly, he cleaned up Philly after the riots too. Yeah, I heard that. I heard that he had some sort of viral video because of it. He was saying everybody talks about cleaning up cities, but no one ever does. And so he like did a campaign about going out there and cleaning. He himself went and cleaned up a bunch of stuff, and I guess it brought a lot of awareness to the situation. But like we say all the time, you know, everybody wants to live in a good world, but not everybody wants to be a good person. And that's why you should make good choices even when no one's looking, because that's part of the song and dance. What's up, RML? Happy freedom to you. Zero, I think in about 6 months we'll start seeing arrests. Well, we'll see. We've been waiting years for it. What's up, Wiggly Tough? Happy freedom to you. Harley Davidson, not illegals, non-citizens. What is the difference? What's the difference between an illegal and a non-citizen? A non-citizen is just somebody here with like a green card, like a visa. Not a green card, but a visa, or like a work visa or something like that. What's up, Waterman? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Blondebeard? Happy freedom to you. Yeah, I'm not sure what they're talking about with all that gerbil talk. What's up, Rhyme Time? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Shark? Some of these thieves need to pay fines and serve time. Yeah, absolutely. You know, they could start that any day now. What's up, Teasel? Happy freedom to you. Cosmic Squirrel, Sky is a great patriot. Yeah, I think so too. Wayward, what does it mean to be censured? We actually looked it up a little bit earlier in the live, but when you're censured, it just basically means you're getting a firm talking to. That everybody in Congress or whatever, they're going to tell you you're naughty and that you need to cut that out. It's a warning. But nothing's going to happen. It's because of Al Green. Al Green is the one who either is going to be or has been censured. But like I said, it's just everybody getting all dressed up, going to work, wasting tax dollars to tell some guy who's acting like an idiot that he needs to stop acting like an idiot. And that's basically all that's going to happen. Anyways, we'll go ahead and move forward here. Like I said, this next one's with Scott Pressler. It's titled, Is New Jersey the New Swing State? Now, as I mentioned, if you've never seen Scott Pressler, it's going to kind of throw you back in your seat, but he's a good guy, I swear. We've covered quite a bit of Scott Pressler, and he was a big deal when it came down to the election. He got a lot of young people to vote. I heard that he was a big part of why the Amish went out there and voted. He was able to reach out to like alternative people who were in favor of shapeshifters and stuff, but they're not exactly with the Biden agenda at the time. He's able to reach everybody, and like in the Bible it says, look like those that you're trying to reach. And so it kind of makes me feel like he's an evangelist of sorts, because he looks like a liberal, but he loves the Constitution, he loves America, and like I said, he's a little different, but he's an awesome guy. At least I think he is. Either way, hit that like button if you got a like button, and let's get into this.
Joining us now, Scott Pressler, an old friend, founder of Early Vote Action. Scott, great to see you tonight. It's been too long. What is your plan, if you can share it, to flip New Jersey to red, my friend?
Hey, Laura. Well, at earlyvoteaction.com, we are employing a 21-county strategy. We're not only going to Essex and Camden, but we're going to Sussex and Warren and even red areas to drive up the turnout and make sure that every voice is heard. And I'll tell you, the Department of State just did a purge, Laura. The Democrats lost 49,000 voters. And as you mentioned, in 2021, this state was only decided by 80,000 votes. Hear me loudly and clearly, New Jersey is in play.
Well, this is great news to people who are stuck in that state, which is actually a beautiful state, gets a bad rap. But Chitterelli had no backing, remember? And he came out of the blue to almost pick off Phil Murphy's governorship. That was wild.
Well, I want to thank this new RNC that we have, headed by Chairman Michael Whatley, and the new co-chair is Casey Crosby. Michael Whatley has already been in the Garden State, and it's February.
Yes.
Now it's
I
March,
love
and
it.
Casey Crosby is coming to an event with Chairman Carlos Santos and myself on the 13th of this month. So my message is we're going to have more funding than ever. We're going to have more staffers than ever. The RNC is on board. And again, to my beautiful people at home, New Jersey is in play.
What's the website, Scott, so everyone can go find out more information?
Thank you. It's earlyvoteaction.com.
earlyvoteaction.com. Scott, we can find out all the details there. Scott, when you show up and you say, I'm Scott Pressler and I'm here to educate you about voting, and then they think, well, okay, so you're a liberal, right, by the way you look. What's your first line? I know everyone asks you.
Well, you know, when Democrats see long hair coming to their states, they get really nervous. But it is fresh, it is clean. I think Joe Biden would go in for a whiff. But no, I am here to reach as many people as I can to get them registered and to empower them to vote on Tuesday, November 4th, 2025. I am so excited to be in the Garden State.
And I can't wait next time you come on to talk about Wisconsin and those Supreme Court races there. Scott, thank you so much.
You can clap for that.
Scott Pressler there. Like I said, he's on fire for America. He's a little flamboyant, but I think he's doing the right thing. Either way, we'll see if he can change New Jersey to become red. Next up, we got man in Florida arrested for threatening to assassinate the president. This guy is an idiot. He called 911 to say a bunch of crap that people shouldn't say. And now he's going to pay the price for it. Now he's going to get what he deserves. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you Hooligans think about Scott Pressler. Breeze by you, yeah, he's styling with his hair. U-Hill, holy hair, Silent Bob. Yeah. Russell, he looks like a young Fabio. He's got silky hair. He's that Joe Biden to even go in for a whiff. No. Holy. Snooks, this guy gives me the creeps no matter how good he is. Well, he's just, I assume he's gay. As long as he stays away from kids, and as far as I know, he's, not a predator or anything. I don't think he's a shapeshifter. I think he's just flamboyant. Breeze by you, Scott works his ass off. Yeah, he does. Zero, I love Scott. I don't care if he's gay. He's amazing. He kicks ass. We need more people like him. They're out there raising awareness of how government works and why it's important to go vote and let your voice be heard and all of that stuff. I think he's doing a good deal there. What's up, Silver Wolf? Happy freedom to you. Free the Texan. Oh, I don't know if he is or not, but his whole mannerism kind of screams that he is. Stoner, no, I don't think he's a shapeshifter. I'm almost 100% certain he knows boys are boys and girls are girls, and putting on a dress won't change that. DCAT, the Democrats will have a hard time in the primaries considering Republicans outnumber them in registered voters. I'm just saying. Yeah, but they got to continue to make it too big to rig, because every time we have an election, there's just a ballot drop. You just see you'll see the two lines going in, and then the Democrat line always goes bloop, just automatic, straight up and down, just a huge drop of ballots out of nowhere. It happened this time. I think it happened during the last midterms. I assume it's going to happen during these midterms. But they got to continue to make it too big to rig. Stoner, the little girl who killed her friend for Slender Man might get out tonight. That's crazy, Stoner. Wow. I can't remember exactly how the story goes, but I remember watching it. We didn't cover it. I don't think I was live streaming when that happened. Free the Texan, that's some majestic hair. Yeah. Joel Carey's just in touch with his feminine side. I mean, it could be. He might not be gay. He just might be super flamboyant. Oh, Snooks, or not Snooks, Zero. Sky is gay. They post pics together often. I see. Well, thank you for letting me know. I didn't really want to have to research that. You know, I don't want to fall on his only hooligans or anything like that, buying feet pics and whatnot. So thank you for saving me the trouble. Harley Davidson, what is a shapeshifter? Well, I guess I can't tell you. You're on a platform that doesn't allow me to talk the truth. That's why we got to call it a shapeshifter in the first place. What's up, Tony Rich? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Master Meatball? Happy freedom to you. Maybe you hooligans can tell Harley Davidson what a shapeshifter is. What's up, I'm Janet. Happy freedom to you. Cinderella, he's great. He did bring his boyfriend to an event. Yeah, I see. What's up, Ghostly? Ghostly Method, happy freedom to you. Russell, you want to buy my feet pics? I sell cheap. Sounds like a good deal, Russell, but I'm not in the market. Not today. Anyways, go ahead, move forward here. Everybody's debating whether Scott Presler's gay or not. But anyways, this next one is man in Florida arrested for threatening to assassinate the president, which is, you know, something you shouldn't be trying to do. Now, it's not like he really did anything other than call 911 and create reasons for him to go to jail. That's really what he did. But either way, let's get into this, but make sure you hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube.
A Loxahatchee man is facing charges after police say he repeatedly called 911 threatening to hurt President Trump. According to police records, the calls came in around 11 at night on February 26. Officers say Justin Blackston, who referred to himself as Justin Blaze, made several claims on the phone saying, quote, "I want a ride to the airport to go to the White House and assassinate the president." Also telling 911, quote, "I want Donald Trump at my house tomorrow is his last day on earth." Investigators say he then told operators he was sending weapons to blow up New York and Trump Tower. Blackston has a history of mental illness. He faces multiple charges, including making false calls to 911 and threatening violence. A Loxahatchee man is facing charges.
So like I said, making choices that you shouldn't make. I wonder what his motivation was. They say that he's got a history of mental illness and all this other stuff, but he was like, yeah, I'm going to call 911. I'm going to say a whole bunch of stuff that's going to land me in prison for the next 2 years. Why? Why would you do that? I'm surprised they didn't blame it on Iran or whatever. They keep, like, when this stuff was a little bit more in the news about threats against President Trump and stuff like that, they're always making references that somehow, one way or another, has something to do with Iran. And they keep making references like that. Now, these kind of stories have died down, thankfully. And people have speculated that the reason the White House doesn't go live or on time or make their schedule or do anything punctual is because of security reasons, which maybe it is. But either way, I'm really interested to see what they do to this guy for making those threats against President Trump. Because the last two, well, the one guy he's toast, right? He got shot in the face, so he's dealt with. But the second guy who was on the golf course, they're not even sure if they're going to give him like assassination charges or anything even related to it. They're going to give him lesser charges, and it seems like the FBI, at least they were. I don't know what's going to be like now with Kash Patel in the spot he's in, but it was kind of sounding like they were trying to not necessarily get him off the hook, but get him lesser charges to where he could be out in 10 years or something like that, or if he even gets that much time. Now that we got, Pam Bondi and we got Kash Patel and all these people, maybe he'll actually be held accountable. I can't think of what his name is, Ryan something. But either way, we have yet to see him being held accountable for his attempt against President Trump. And the thing is they try to downplay it, but obviously it was serious, or else the Secret Service agent wouldn't have taken shots at him, right? They shot how many ever times and missed, which is not good. That's not good. And, eventually he was apprehended, but we have yet to see him be actually held accountable. Next up, we have President Trump drafting EO abolishing Department of Education. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about this guy making threats against President Trump. Yeah, Ryan Ruth. Thank you, Zero. Guess it's almost like he wanted to go to jail. No one is that stupid. That's what I'm saying. Like, what did he think was going to happen? You guys still talking about Scott Pressler? DCat, are your feet picks $10 a toe? No, I don't even sell. They're priceless. They're priceless. I have a museum in the back of my apartment. H-Bick, happy freedom to you. He got 180,000 Amish to register to vote in Pennsylvania. Yeah. Like I said, he does really good work. Ghostly, the media is targeting crazy people. Well, they should go hang out in New York and Chicago because there's a ton of them out there. What is that, hair juicer? It's a play. Happy freedom to you. Steve S., did he call on an Obama phone? He might have. Do they still have those? Happy freedom, Kathleen. It'll be here on Saturday. Well, thank you for letting me know, Kathleen. I will make sure to get it picked up. You're awesome. Thank you so much. I'm Janet. Bring back insane asylums. Yeah, like obviously that guy needs treatment. Shark, what a nut job. I'm Janet. Lock him up. That's right. Now, luckily, we got President Trump in office. Otherwise, we'd have old man Walter, giving him the award as Woman of the Year and stuff like that. So, thank God. All we needed was a new president. Vinny C., he must have been off his meds. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of, because why would you even do that? Most lunatics go on X and write stuff like that, or they make TikTok videos. They don't generally call 911 and go, hey, I'm about to commit a crime. All right, hooligans, we're going to get on to this next one. Like I said, Trump drafting executive order abolishing Department of Education. Now, this is just an idea at this point, but it is something we might see here in the future. Hit that like button if you got a like button, and let's get into this.
So President Trump reportedly set to issue an executive order aimed at eliminating the Department of Education as soon as today.
Senior White House correspondent Jackie Heinrich joins us now to tell us more. Hey, Jackie.
Good morning, guys. According to the Wall Street Journal, the president could sign that executive order as early as today, directing Education Secretary Linda McMahon to, quote, take all necessary steps to facilitate the closure of the Education Department based on the maximum extent appropriate and permitted by law. It's something the president has been angling for since his first days in office.
Why nominate Linda McMahon to be the Education Department Secretary if you're going to get rid of the Education Department?
Because I told Linda, I hope you do a great job and put yourself out of a job. I want her to put herself out of a job. Education Department. I want the states to run schools, and I want Linda to put herself out of a job.
McMahon reportedly signaled it was coming in an email to staff on Monday night, right after her Senate confirmation, saying she would send education back to the states. But much of the department's programs are codified by law, and Congress would have to scrap the department, with Democrats buying in to clear 60 votes in the Senate. Betsy DeVos, education secretary in the president's first term, was not able to get it done.
Since then, we had COVID, and Americans' eyes were open to just what an abject failure this federal agency has been at its mission. Shy of Congress actually dismantling and shutting down the department, one of the most important ways to get power back to a more local level is to simply take the funds appropriated by Congress and block grant them back to the states.
The Wall Street Journal reports some changes proposed by the Heritage Foundation could include moving the Civil Rights Division under the Department of Education over to DOJ, and also taking student loans and shifting them over to Treasury. So we'll see what happens, guys.
Wow. Thanks so much, Jackie. Yeah, so this was not unexpected.
Well, we'll see how it goes. Now, I don't necessarily know what it's going to look like without the DOE. I don't really know how it'll be affected. What I think is really interesting is the more things they continue to kick back to the states, where the states are in control of how everything's run inside the state, it'll start mattering more where you live. Like right now, it sort of matters, but in a lot of ways, all states are kind of the same. But the more of these kind of changes they make, the more drastically different each state will be. Some states will obviously be better than others. And as the awareness gets raised for it, people will move. And we see that a lot. We see a lot of people flee California and places like that when they get real bad, like during protests and whatever else is going on, policy change and all of that kind of stuff. So it'd be really interesting to see the changes with the Department of Education, because right now it's an indoctrination camp. All the colleges and stuff like that, they're not doing any good. And even down to like elementary school, we were just dealing with kids who had inappropriate books put in their libraries. They were being taught to keep secrets from their parents. The teachers were trying to make them pledge allegiance to rainbow flags and stuff like that, and it shouldn't be that way. Now, I don't know exactly how the DOE affected that, but I think if states were in more control of the education programs themselves and not the federal government, that maybe we would see some changes for the positive. But like I said, I don't really know. Either way, next up, President Trump signs an executive order suspending the security clearances for employees at Perkins Coie. Now, these people were involved with the Russia hoax and stuff like that. So President Trump was pretty excited to sign this EO. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat and see what you hooligans think about the potential abolishing of the Department of Education. Guess you just confirmed it. Scott Pressler drives a Subaru. Well, it is what it is. We'll see. Russell, it would be better if run by the states, but I am nervous about blue states running their education. Yeah, Russell, that's what I was kind of thinking too. J Spray makes straight jackets great again. I'm working on it. Hey, thanks for being here, Zero. Good luck at bowling tonight. To all the care condoms available for kindergarten children, make it make sense. Yeah, they were doing all kinds of corrupt stuff. Patriot Dad not tired of winning yet. President Trump, keep it up. That's right. Metamouth Linda McMahon is going to choke slam the Department of Education. You know what I'm wondering is how come we're not hearing about whatever her husband's name is, Vince McMahon, because isn't he currently being accused of like sexual assault or something and human trafficking or something like that? We covered it and then nothing else came out about it. His wife got picked by President Trump, and the only time you hear the McMahon name is when you hear about Trump's pick. That's it. So I wonder if they're kind of keeping Vince McMahon's situation quiet because maybe it looks bad on the Trump administration for hiring his wife, which I don't think it necessarily matters. But it just is kind of weird that we don't hear about Vince McMahon right now when he's got pending charges and, you know, conspiracies like that. What's up, Libby Racer? Happy freedom. Ghostly. It's just wild to me how effective the media is at weaponizing crazy people. They all attack the right. Yeah. It's true. Just like when they talk about like the Google accidents and stuff like that. Like recently there was a situation where I think it was on iPhones or something like that. You would type in racist and it would suggest Trump. Like it would suggest that you're trying to spell Trump. Now, when Apple was talked to about that, of course they said, oh, it was an accident. It was just some accident that happened. Oh, we'll fix it. And it's always like that. There's always these things that always seem to go against President Trump or go against, you know, anybody who's conservative. And then they're always like, oh, well, you know, it was just a mistake. We'll go ahead and change it. Like, no, it's programmed. Programs don't just develop themselves. They don't. It takes a lot of work to write code. That stuff is not just done accidentally. Snugs, Linda and Vince are separated but not divorced yet. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Are you all right over here? Chill out a little bit. What's up, Christine? Happy freedom. I homeschool. Yeah, I think that's the way to go right now. The problem is that people can't, not everyone can homeschool. Some people have to work 60, 70 hours a week and their kids like living at daycare and just trying to do everything they can to get by. And it'd be nice to homeschool, but it's hard to have enough time to do that when you gotta spend your whole life working just to be able to afford things. But it is nice to be able to do that. Steve asks, Vince was in trouble and so was his wife. It's not a good choice. Interesting. I didn't know his wife was in trouble. Shark, Scott Pressler drives a Chevy Suburban. Yeah, I believe it. Steve asks, good schools is one reason that people will want to live in red states. Yep, I think you're right. Cosmic Squirrel, it's hard to see how it would be worse. Yeah. I mean, in blue states, they can always find a way to make it worse, but at least red states won't be affected by those choices. Snugs, the federal charges were dropped against Vince in February. That's interesting. I have to see if I can find that so we can do a follow-up. All right, hooligans, we're going to get on to this next one. Like I said, this is titled President Trump Signs an Executive Order Suspending the Security Clearances for Employees at Perkins Coie. And like I had mentioned earlier, these people who are going to be affected by this EO, they were also played a key role in the Russia hoax. And so, like I said, President Trump, pretty excited about this EO. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as over on the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
Sir, your administration has made it a priority both to end lawfare and the weaponization of government, and also to hold those who have engaged in lawfare accountable. One of the law firms that has been involved in that is called Perkins Coie. That's also a law firm that has engaged in unlawful DEI practices. This executive order will suspend.
And I've watched it take place.
This executive order will suspend security clearances and access to certain federal resources for that law firm, and also launch a holistic review of unlawful DEI practices at some of the nation's largest law firms.
This is an absolute honor to sign. What they've done is it's just terrible. It's weaponization. You could say weaponization against a political opponent, and it should never be allowed to happen again. And you're looking at about 15 different firms?
That or more, sir, yes.
Okay.
All right, so that is the EO that President Trump signed earlier today. And like I had mentioned at the beginning of the live, when we started the live, there was a bunch of news channels showing that happening live, but it had already been on X for an hour and a half. And that's why I think it's important for the White House to start showing that stuff live. Stop sending out pre-recordings and stuff to influencers and hoping to God that they actually show somebody. They need to stop doing that. I don't know why they think that's effective. It's not. They need to start showing that stuff live. They have no problem showing the press briefings live. I do not understand why signing executive orders is some big secret. I don't get that. It really messes up the authenticity of the whole thing happening. But either way, President Trump getting back at those people for the Russia hoax and all of that, and well, potentially holding them accountable. We'll see. Next up, DJ Daniel is becoming a superstar. And this will be the last little bit of our news before we get into the fun stuff of the day. But first, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about this EO that President Trump just signed. Russell, drain the swamp. That's right. We need it so bad. Desperate for it. And it's happening. Especially exposing all these doll hairs, like when he shut down the USAID building. They were really butthurt over that, and that was symptoms that we sank one of their battleships. That's what it seemed like. Patriot Dad. Yeah, but the engine I have is fantastic. I've already had mine serviced. Mine's good for another 150,000 miles, and at that point, the engine won't be, it'll be trashed by then. My problem is I need to replace the transmission because that front differential is bad, or center differential, or whatever they call it. Liberty Racer started doing push-ups again? Hell yeah. Stick with it. It's good stuff. It's good for your mental health, too. Non-woke common sense definitely belongs in education. Yeah, because they haven't been teaching that the last couple of years. Yeah, Shroomish, they did drop those charges, it sounds like. Steve S. Perkins Coie, DNC, and Hillary Clinton. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I've been waiting for Hillary Clinton to get brought up. I mean, she's so old and irrelevant that I don't know if they're going to actually do anything to her. But I've been waiting for parts of her empire to get to start crumbling as well. What's up, Mayors? Happy freedom to you. Alright, hooligans, we're going to get into the last little bit of the news here. This is kind of sort of news. This is titled DJ Daniel is becoming a superstar. After this, we're going to get into the fun stuff. Hold on, what happened with my link here? Hold on, I got to find it. There we go. Apparently I grabbed the wrong link, but that's alright. What the fuck did I do? Clicking all the wrong buttons. Anyways. Like I said, this is DJ Daniel is becoming a superstar.
Man, look who came to come see me, man. Officer DJ, man. What you got to say to the people, man?
Well, I did have hair at once, but I was going bald-headed, and now I'm bald-headed and sexy. If you need a sexy man, call me at 281-771-9698.
Y'all heard him. See, you need another sexy. I'm right. I ain't gonna give you my number, but we here, baby, huh? Nice to see you, man. For real, man. The people love you, man.
And it's the best place to get some food.
Most definitely, man. I appreciate you. Give me some. You heard him, man.
See, if they're gonna be handing out press, stuff to influencers, they should give it to DJ Daniel. He'll get the word out every time there's a new EO, if they're going to continue to go that route. DJ Daniel, he is getting popular ever since President Trump gave him the promotion to be an honorary member of the Secret Service. Out here getting famous. Like I said, that is the last little bit of the news I have for you hooligans today. We do got the fun stuff coming up. We're going to open today's door from the advent calendar that was sent to us by Josh1776. Then we have a feel-good video of the day titled A Message from the President of the United States. And then our official funny video of the day is titled Morris the Cat is Not Playing Games. All of that is coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about DJ Daniel. Russ, I love DJ. Awesome dude. I agree. Snooks, I'm loving this. Yes. Will, what a charming, sweet young lad. That's right. Hill, I feel despaired. None of these evil individuals are being held accountable. Well, we gotta give it time, Hill. It's only been like a month and a half. We'll see how it goes. They are exposing a lot of stuff, but I'm not sure why people are not being held accountable. Metalmouth, that's what she said? Nah, I missed it. Metalmouth, DJ is a fighter. Yeah, he is. Hey, thank you for being here, Viola. Harley Davis said, I could do wall push-ups. Those are easy. Sometimes you can, if you do enough of them, it'll get you in a position where you can do the regular ones. There's a bunch of, stages and stuff. I used to be really into doing isometric workouts. When I was younger, I thought I was going to be like a personal trainer or something because I used to work out all the time, but I never liked lifting weights. It makes you too bulky to punch people in the face. I only was working out to defend myself before I had firearms, which is why I've put on a little weight since then. But either way, yeah, I used to be really big into working out. What's up, D Money? Happy freedom to you. D Money, no, he doesn't have the Neuralink. What's up, Jamie? Happy freedom to you. Rappy, sweet young man. I agree. All right, hooligans. We're going to get into the fun stuff here. Like I said, we're going to open today's door from the advent calendar. It was sent to us by Josh1776. Today we are on day 20 of 24 days. Ooh. See what we get today. Come on, thing. Got ourselves a jack-o'-lantern. Very nice. Thank you, Josh1776. I appreciate you. Now, like I said, we're going to get into our fun videos here. First one is a feel-good video, and our second one is the official funny video of the day. But before we get into it, I want to remind you hooligans really quick, if you would like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use that Linktree link in the description. in order to send donations. You can do that by using PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee, or you can even send crypto. Let's get this pulled up. This first video is a feel-good video of the day. It's been a little while since we had one. This is titled, A Message from the President of the United States.
It has only been 44 days, but the president will have a lot to talk about tonight when he heads up to Capitol Hill to address a joint...
6 weeks ago, I stood beneath the dome of this Capitol and proclaimed the dawn of the golden age
as
of
we
America.
inaugurate a new president and vice president.
From that moment on, it has been nothing but swift and unrelenting action to usher in the greatest and most successful era in the history of our country. I return to this chamber tonight to report that America's momentum is back. Our spirit is back. Our pride is back. Members of Congress, and to my fellow citizens, America is back. Americans have given us a mandate for bold and profound change. Every day my administration is fighting to bring a future that America deserves. We are draining the swamp, and the days of rule by unelected bureaucrats are over. Over the past 6 weeks, I have signed nearly 100 executive orders and taken more than 400 executive actions to restore common sense, safety, optimism, and wealth all across our wonderful land. Despite the best efforts of those who would try to censor us, silence us, break us, destroy us, Americans are today a proud, free, sovereign, and independent nation that will always be free. My fellow Americans, get ready for an incredible future because the golden age of America has only just begun. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
Well, like I said, a message from the President of the United States. So we're going to get into our official funny video of the day. Let's get this pulled up really quick here. This is titled, Morris the Cat is Not Playing Games.
Well, if you think you're going to just walk up to somebody's back door, think again, because Morris the Cat ain't letting it happen on his watch. Let's take a look at the replay here. My God, comes up thinking he was going to pump this cat. Morris is like, I've been pumped way too many times by you fat-tailed piece of shit. Virtually bitch slaps him right through the glass. And that would be the last time Morris the Cat would see the fox, leaving a lasting impression in the mind of the fox, letting him know that if you come here again and start to F around, you're going to find out real quick. Well, if you think
letting them have it. And that is all the coffee I had for you hooligans today. I'm going to grab this Linktree link really quick and drop it in all of the chats. We're going to read through, and we got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up next. Resistance, happy freedom to you. Fox around and find out. That's right. What a great title. Should have had you write the title. Alright, hooligans, there is the Linktree link where all of my links are listed. So if you would like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, would really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7, and we have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. You'll have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. You'll have access to the forums, which is to encourage open discussion. You'll have access to the arcade, which is full of games that are a ton of fun. And you will also have access to our advanced messaging system with the built-in group chats that gives you the ability to text each other, call each other, video call each other, group texting, group calling, group video calling, and more. jeffmaclive.com is the place to be and the home of the Hooligans, so definitely go get yourself a membership. Like I said, we're going to read through. We got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up next, and then we'll be wrapping this up. No, Josh 1776. I couldn't remember what it was called, but I'm going to look it up right after the live. Thank you for reminding me. And happy freedom to you. Cass J. The Fox genuinely looked shocked. Yeah, couldn't take that cat power. Klaus Daniels, he's lucky it wasn't Klaus Daniels on the scene. He'd have been armed. It'd have been too much for the Fox. He wouldn't have made it. He wouldn't have made it. Hey, thank you for being here. Too old to care. Too old to care. Don't mess with the ginger cats. Yeah. Pumpkin the poor fox. He's letting the curiosity get the best of him. Too old to care. My cat does that to raccoons. Yeah, I used to have a little raccoon buddy, and it's funny because raccoons just want to hang out with cats. And cats do not want to hang out with raccoons. I don't know why. Raccoons are just funny kitties, little trash kitties. What's up, Tiger Jaw? Happy freedom to you. Hey, thank you for being here. Appeal to Heaven. Thank you, Shom. Happy freedom to you. Hey, thank you for being here, Metal Mouth. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you, Pumpkin. You're the bestest. ANG, happy freedom to you. Raccoons are little thieves. I know, they got their little fingers, and they'll be like looking at you while they're stealing cat food and stuff. You had one in the house for a while? Yeah, we did too for a little bit. They're funny little things. Harley Davidson, I'll check it. I gotta check it after the live. I gotta screen everything that we show because of platforms like Twitch and YouTube. Hey, thanks for being here, Cosmic Squirrel. Thank you, Cinderella. What's up, American Patriot? Thank you for coming back to us, and happy freedom to you. Steve S., this video is Klaus approved. That's right. What's up, Ball? Happy freedom to you. Ball, I see the raccoons down by the river a lot. Sometimes they swim. That's funny. I've never seen a raccoon swimming around. Hey, thanks for being here, hair juicer. Nah, Snooks don't do that. What does the fox say? Now it's gonna be stuck in my head. That's all it took. Thank you, Rappy. Oh, absolutely, American Patriot. Should have been here for the election. We had a blast. It was crazy. It was like a 12-hour day. We were going ham. Definitely make your way back to us tomorrow, American Patriot, because we'll be live. All right, hooligans. It is that time once again. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, hooligans, we did the thing. We're going to read through one last time just to make sure no hooligans are left behind, but we are wrapping this up. We'll be live again tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. We'll keep an eye out for Caroline Leavitt in case she's doing a press briefing, and we'll also keep an eye on President Trump's schedule in case he decides to go live for whatever reason he has planned. So definitely make your way back to us tomorrow. Like I said, we're going to read through really quick and we're wrapping her up. Josh 1776. What is CS2? Counter-Strike? I'll look into it. I might actually have that on Steam. Do you play on PC, Josh 1776? Because I don't think it's cross-platform. Hey, thanks for being here, Jay Spray. U-Hill. When did you fill out the applications? Sometimes you got to give it time. Also, like doing follow-up calls will help that situation too. Josh, you play on PC? Yeah, we will definitely have to try it out. I've never played. I've wanted to, but I don't know anybody that plays on PC. So we might have to work that out. That'll be awesome. Thank you, Pumpkin. Much love to you. Thanks for being here, Silver Wolf. What's up, Elisa? Yes, I did. I did get the packages, Elisa. I was going to write you right after the live. Thank you so much for sending them to me and participating in the birthday unboxing on Tuesday. You're awesome. Thank you, Tony Rich. I appreciate you being here. Thank you, Shark. Oh, I appreciate the invite, American Patriot. I don't play Black Ops and Modern Warfare and stuff because Activision supports shapeshifters and stuff like that. They're pedophile sympathizers. And so I don't play games made by Activision anymore, which sucks because, you know, Black Ops is pretty addicting. But I got to stand on my beliefs on that. But I appreciate the invite, American Patriot. Thank you, Cassie J. So we've got to stick to your guns. Yeah, got to. All right, hooligans. We're going to wrap this up. But like I said, we will be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. We'll keep an eye out for a press briefing with Caroline Leavitt. And we will keep an eye on President Trump's public schedule to see if he has any lives going on tomorrow. Maybe he'll be meeting with foreign leaders, I meant to say, and EOs, things like that. You never know with President Trump. He's a busy guy. Either way, we'll keep an eye on it. So make your way back to us tomorrow. If I could talk, Jesus loves us. But enjoy the rest of your night. Go out there and get some good food. That's what I'm going to do. It's not Manic Monday, but it feels like it. Either way, have a fantastic night. Make your way back to us tomorrow. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.